Hey everybody, this is Ted Check, recovering reporter. So by popular demand, I am redoing the video I did a couple of days ago entitled Novelist Professor Tanks Career by Voting for Donald Trump. It's got 82 views, but hey, for me, at least right now, that's a lot. And people are saying, fix your audio, fix your audio. So hopefully, fingers crossed, this audio is far better. So let's get right to it. There we go. So this guy, MC Armstrong, he's an author, and he's an accomplished author. He wrote a book called The Mysteries of Haditha, if I'm pronouncing that right, published in 2020. And let's see, it was voted one of the best books of 2020. Story nominated for Best Memoir at the 2021 American Book Festival. So it's a memoir about his time over in Iraq, embedded with the Joint Special Operations Forces in Al Anbar province in 2008. Sounds like a thrilling book. Yeah, absolutely. So, like I said, a very accomplished writer. He's also a professor, lecturer, but he recently gained popularity, at least on the conservative websites, because he published what he calls a career suicide note. And here he published it on X. He's saying in a nutshell, he's saying he's going to vote for Donald Trump. He writes, this is my career suicide note, but it's also a thank you from someone who is done with careerism. So I'm not really sure what that means exactly. But I guess if it's a career suicide note, you would be done with careerism now, wouldn't you? I'm a lifelong member of your party, and I'm voting for Donald Trump. Why? It's not just your industrial scale censorship, and that's something I've railed on about too. The left, the Democrats, seem to be just absolutely enamored with censorship. They love it, and they take an inordinate amount of glee in censoring those who don't agree with them, and that's not really what this country is all about. It's based, one of the main pillars of the United States is the First Amendment, which allows for free speech, freedom to assemble, and freedom of the press. So, if you want to go against that, then you're not really an American, and maybe you should consider another country. But anyway, I'm kind of getting off the point here. Back to what he was writing. Or your endless wars. Yeah, and it's kind of strange, the reversal of roles here, that now the hawks, the war hawks, are the Democrats, and the doves, those who want peace, are the Republicans. It's crazy because some time ago the roles were the opposite way. Trump was the only guy who didn't get us into a war, and he knows. I'm confident that he knows the way to get us out, or to get. He can stop the Ukraine war. He can stop the Israel Hamas war too. But anyway, or that you disenfranchised millions of Kennedy voters through lawfare. Yep. If that were all I had, it would be sufficient in terms of conscience and rage. But there's more to this story than anger. Your hatred and censorship has taught me to admire real Donald Trump and to love my fellow working class Americans, and for that I thank you. And I'll let you read the rest. I'm not going to go on any further because it's kind of lengthy, but you get the point. You get the point. And so I applaud MC Armstrong for this, for taking a stand. I really hope this is not a career suicide note for him. I hope he can continue where he is right now, lecturing and writing books as well. And with the books, I'm not so worried about that because you can always publish, like me, you can publish independently. I think he had a publisher for his first book, but you can always do the independent route. And it may be more difficult in some ways as far as promotion, marketing, but it can be done. And so I'm not so worried about that. I'm worried about his other career as a college lecturer. Hopefully that's not in jeopardy. And this also brings up the story, this essay that was written some months back by Yuri Berliner. That's Yuri. He used to work. He spent 25 years as an editor with NPR, National Public Radio. Yeah, and he wrote this for Bari Weiss's The Free Press. Yuri Berliner, a veteran at the Public Radio Institution, says the network lost its way when it started telling listeners how to think. So he had this kind of Jerry Maguire moment, and wrote this big essay, and it's great. You should read it. But in a nutshell, he's criticizing NPR for its obsession with DEI and just ignoring certain things that maybe there was a question about something, say like COVID, and then it was proven to be one way or the other true or false, but then they ignored that because it didn't fit their narrative. Here's one thing he says. It's true NPR has always had a liberal bent, but during most of my tenure here, an open-minded, curious culture prevailed. We were nerdy, but not knee-jerk, activist, or scolding. In recent years, however, that has changed. Today, those who listen to NPR or read its coverage online find something different, the distilled worldview of a very small segment of the U.S. population. Yeah, he did a poll, or he somehow determined that nearly everybody at NPR is a Democrat. So there's no, they ascribe to, or purportedly ascribe to DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion. However, they're not very diverse in their political views. So yeah, I suggest you go over to thefp.com and read the full essay there. It's great. So we need more of this, and that's what I say in my book, Saving the Beast, a recovering reporter reflects on America's broken media and how to fix it, is that we need more whistleblowers, more people like MC Armstrong and like Yuri Berliner who are willing to, and it's courageous when they do it, because it could be career suicide. I think for Berliner, he kind of knew as well, although he didn't state it plainly, but I think he had to know that what he was doing was really stepping out on over the edge, and so they suspended him for a week. They said they kind of said, well, you weren't supposed to write that essay without permission. It was a trumped up thing. He saw the writing on the wall, and he's like, you know what? See you later. I'm out of here. I'm not going to subject myself to any more of this harassment, because he could see the writing on the wall, so he left. But yeah, we need, as I say in my book, we need more people like MC Armstrong and Yuri Berliner, and it does take a special type of person, hopefully somebody who's got a fair amount of retirement saved up, to come forward. It takes a lot of courage, like I said, and bravery. So I applaud both of them, and hopefully we'll see more of this, because this is the only way that things are going to turn around as far as journalism, as far as the way things are run right now. The only way you're going to get it to turn around is if more people come forward like this. So let me know your thoughts. Hopefully this video came out all right, and I will talk to you later.